Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. So currently we are in day 2 of the Megan Thee Stallion versus Tory Lanez trial about a alleged, I have to say allegedly, a gunshot that occurred in a car with Megan Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, Kylie and Kelsey, two of their or her quote unquote friends. And there was a lot of controversy between the two. We're just now finding out that Megan did test positive for gunshot residue. And like I said, the trial is ongoing. I will make an update video about the verdict. But I want to get into more so the aspects of what Megan has gone through during this trial. Even when she arrived this morning, there were clips on Twitter, and I don't want to, give credence to, or I guess uplift or bump this man who is perpetuating misogynoir, which is misogyny specifically toward Black women. She gets out the car in this purple jumpsuit. It's all over social media. You guys can check it out. And she says nothing, but you can hear in the background some dude is screaming at her, accusing her of lying on Tory twice. He's like, why are you lying on that boy? Why are you lying on that boy? But you do look good in that purple, though. And so, catcalling her in the midst of accusing her of lying is the exact thing that Meg was talking about in regards to her not being believed and what an emotional toll that this has taken on her psychologically. And then on top of it, her sexual history is being brought up by lawyers as a smear campaign, right? So we already know that Black women just off rip are hypersexualized, even from childhood. Black girls are adultified and seen as, not as innocent as their white counterparts and told, oh, you're fast and this, that, and the other. Not true. Not to mention, Meg Thee Stallion is one of the artists, along with Cardi B and other rap artists that are currently really hot, that are claiming their own sexuality, claiming that agency and that autonomy. And that is something that threatens the status quo. Okay. And so they are saying, well, she slept with this person, that person. She slept with Tory Lanez. She slept with, XYZ. And that is to discredit her testimony, basically. Right? I mean, that's tales all this time, like slut shaming and, acting like women are not to be believed or easily discredited and disparaged if they have more than one sexual partner is something that has been done in the court system and throughout society for as long as I can remember. And so this has really been difficult for Meg because she's lost so many of her close family members recently. And I'm reading off my notes, you guys. So Tory had gun residue on him. Okay. So these are the facts of the case that have come out recently. There was an eyewitness, Kelsey, who I'll get into her in a minute, says that he did shoot Meg, although she was backpedaling, and now because of immunity, people are speculating that she has gotten paid off. But we'll get into that in a second. There are text messages from him to Megan apologizing. There are texts from Kelsey on the scene telling security that he shot her. And then he was found in possession of a warm gun. Now, like I said, this is all alleged, okay? But according to Rolling Stone magazine, which I don't know how precise in the precision of details, but I'm going to go with it. He's been hit with a third felony in the case of with Megan the Stallion because he was discharging a firearm with gross negligence. So I'll read this passage. It says that Tory Lanez, whose legal name is Daystar Peterson, previously pleaded not guilty to one felony count of assault and with a semi-automatic firearm and carrying a loaded, unregistered firearm in a vehicle. He also faces a gun allegation, that he personally inflicted great bodily injury. This new charge carries a possible 6-year prison sentence and qualifies as a deportable crime. So I didn't know that he was a Canadian citizen. He's not even an American. If convicted on all counts, Peterson is still facing the same maximum sentence of 22 years and 8 months. The new charge does not add exposure because it relates to the same alleged conduct, so any related sentence would run concurrent. So Peterson, age 30, is accused of pointing the semi-automatic 9mm handgun at Megan's feet, yelling and cursing at her for her to dance, and opening fire in the pre-dawn hours of July 12, 2020. Peterson and Megan have been traveling in a Cadillac Escalade with Megan's best friend, Kelsey Harris, and Peterson's bodyguard when an argument caused Megan to exit the vehicle on a dark residential street in Hollywood Hills, according to the testimony of Peterson's preliminary last year. An LAPD detective that was assigned to the case said that he was savage. That's what he called Peterson as her assailant. So again, the detective said that Peterson was yelling and screaming at Megan to dance while he was cursing at her. And Megan says she immediately felt pain in her feet, observed blood, and fell to the ground, and then crawled to the adjacent driveway of a residence, where she describes her injuries as bleeding profusely. He said Megan initially lied and told the police that she had stepped on glass because she was in fear of how the officers might respond. So that's so true. That's another psychologically traumatic instance, right? Is that being Black in America, you can't even go to the police for help because you're scared that they see your black skin as a threat, even though you're the victim. So, one, I've learned a couple things from this case, right? This has been extremely hard for Megan, and I'm so sorry that she's going through this. Two, Kelsey Harris, who was a witness, has now said that she didn't see anything, is now on the stand. You know, she has immunity, and supposedly she got paid millions of dollars by Tory Lanez to recant her statement. So I don't know if it's going to come out that she has perjured herself or what. We have to see as the trial is unfolding. But I will say this. Be careful who you surround yourself with, because everyone who smiles in your face and calls themselves your friends are not your friends, because this girl knows exactly what happened. And for her to do that and to sell out Megan is despicable, if that's what she did. Okay. And I didn't know that Tory Lanez was a Canadian. So he's over here in Hollywood Hills shooting people, acting a fool, talking about dance B and cursing Megan, calling her out her name. And I'm like, dude, you're not even an American. You're not even supposed to be here. Why are you shooting people and acting a fool? So I don't know. Like I said, I'll keep you guys posted on the updates of what's going on. I really hope that Megan gets justice. It's unfortunate that she has gone through so much trauma within these last few years, not only losing, her mother and so many loved ones, but also going through being shot and then not believed. That gaslighting, that's what does it. When someone harms you, and I can't imagine the trauma surrounded being shot. But when you say, this is painful and this happened to me, and you recount and tell your story, and then people say, oh, you lying. Like, why are you lying on that boy, like that man outside the courthouse today? And catcalling and all that misogyny and misogynoir, it's heartbreaking. So I stand with Megan. keep her lifted up in prayer, you guys. She definitely needs it. Send her encouraging words. And if you can't send her encouraging words, then like your mom says, or she should have taught you, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. So with that being said, I'm going to sign off, but I stand with Megan. Go hug a Black woman today. And I'll talk with you guys later. Take care. Bye.